There are moments in life when obedience is expensive, moments when standing for what is right doesn't look brave, it looks dangerous. When faith doesn't lead to applause, it leads to consequences. Daniel faced such a moment. He was not a rebel. He was not loud. He was not political. He was simply faithful, a servant in a foreign kingdom, a man of excellence, respected, trusted, promoted. But favor often attracts envy, and envy was watching. Daniel had a habit, not a performance, not a show. 3 times a day, he opened his windows toward Jerusalem, knelt down, and prayed. Not hidden, not whispered, not ashamed. Consistent, even when it was unpopular, even when it was risky. The officials could find no corruption in him, no scandal, no weakness. So they targeted the only thing they could, his devotion to God. They manipulated King Darius. For 30 days, no one could pray to any god or man, except the king, a trap disguised as loyalty. And everyone knew Daniel would not bend. When Daniel heard the decree, he did not panic. He did not call a meeting. He did not protest. He did not hide. He went home, opened his windows, and prayed, just as he had always done. Because real faith does not negotiate with pressure. Faith does not pause. When laws become hostile, faith obeys God first. They caught him, dragged him before the king, and suddenly Darius realized he had been used. But the law of the Medes and Persians could not be revoked. Even a king was bound by his own decree. With a heavy heart, Darius gave the order. Daniel would be thrown into the lion's den. Stone was rolled into place. Darkness swallowed the light. The air grew thick. Low growls vibrated against the walls. Claws shifted against stone. Hunger moved in the shadows. This was no metaphor. These were real lions. Real teeth. Real danger. And Daniel was alone. Or so it seemed. Fear would have been reasonable. Panic would have been expected. But Daniel's heart was steady. Because faith is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is a quiet confidence that God is still present, even in closed ends. Through the darkness of that night, God sent his angel, and the mouths that were designed to devour were shut, not by chance, not by coincidence, not by luck, but by divine intervention. The lions did not lose their power. At dawn, King Darius ran to the den, not walked, ran. His voice trembled as he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to rescue you?" Silence. Then a voice echoed back, calm, steady, alive. "My God sent his angel, and he shut the lions' mouths. They have not hurt me." Imagine that moment. A man who should have been torn apart stood untouched. No wounds, no blood, no evidence of struggle. Only proof that faith survives the night. Daniel was lifted out. The same den that was meant to end him became the platform that elevated him. And the king made a new decree that all should fear the God of Daniel, because he is the living God, enduring forever. His kingdom shall not be destroyed. Here is the truth. We all face lions' dens. Moments when integrity costs us, when obedience isolates us, when doing what is right feels like stepping into danger. But the den is not the end. Sometimes God does not stop you from entering the den. He proves himself inside it. Faith does not always remove the lions. Sometimes it shuts their mouths. What if the thing you fear is the very place God plans to reveal his power? What if your obedience today is writing tomorrow's testimony? The lions did not devour Daniel because God's presence is greater than any threat. And faith, real faith, can silence even death. If this story strengthened your spirit, subscribe to VerseToVision for more cinematic journeys through Scripture. But more importantly, whatever den you are facing today, stay faithful. Morning is coming.